Hello, so today we are going to actually wrap these arrowhead wrapped pendants. I just used, this is silver plated wire, the beadlin kind that you can get at your local craft store. It is half hard if I remember correctly. It's all round wire that I'm using. This is dead soft copper wire. You can get those local craft supply stores or online. Rio Grande is a really good online place to get those wires. So what we do is we get about 10 to 12 inches of copper wire, just depending on how big your arrowhead is that you do want to wrap. This is the one that we'll be wrapping today. So it's not very big. I normally just leave my wire on the spool, or I don't cut off a specific length, just so I don't waste any wire. So you're going to grab your round pliers, go about an inch in, and create a loop with your pliers. That's a little more than an inch, but that's okay because we are going to cut that off at the end. So we grab the flat pliers, loop it around, and clamp just so that it's a little bit more secure. Perfect. And then what we'll do is we'll grab the arrowhead. Make sure that there is some of your loop showing over the top, and hold your wire securely. And you're going to loop in the notches. I normally go twice through the notches just for the aesthetic look, but it is more just personal preference. So that's what it looks like in the front. We're going to go down diagonally, still overlapping that tail to about the middle of the stone, and we're going to wrap that over. So that's what the front looks like, and the back. So we still have our tail, we're still overlapping with those two wires. We're going to grab your wire cutters and cut. So there's about 5 millimeters left, just due to we are going to attach this wire to that diagonal wire. Excuse me. We're going to flip it under that tail wire, so you can just flip that tail wire up if you'd like, just to keep it out of the way. Grab your flathead pliers. I normally like to do a kink in it, and then another kink. It's just easier to thread the wire underneath this diagonal wire. And then you're going to pull just to tighten that wire the best that you can. You can check the front, make sure to straighten it out if you do want it straighter, or if you do want it a diagonal line, you can do that as well. So we're going to clamp that down a little bit and then just cut off the excess. And then clamp it down so it is flush with the stone, so that doesn't poke you. And then we do have that tail wire. We're just going to flip all the way up and clip the excess off. And then just push down so that that wire end is flush with the stone as well. You can always straighten this top part out as well. If it's a little crooked, you can just bend it over as well. We'll grab about 2.5 inches of copper wire. It can be square. I normally do like to work with round copper wire. This is still 20 gauge. And we're going to make a loop. And just keep looping it around. You'll grab your pendant. And then reach the end. And just keep looping it on that circle. You grab your pliers and you can kind of clamp it together so that it's not loose. Grab the ends and kind of tuck them in as well. Go on the other side and do the same as well. And your pendant's all done.